How successful is your career going to be? In today's video, we are going to take a look at the 2 personality traits which are most likely the highest predictor of the success in your career. Hello and welcome. My name is Peter B and I welcome you here at My First Million, where we are achieving our financial goals together. As said in the introduction, in today's video, we are going to take a look at the 2 personality traits that you can be using to predict your success in your career. But first, let me give a shout out to Patrick Bet-David and his team at Valuetainment, whose YouTube short gave the inspiration to this video. And also, second, before we dive into the video, you might have noticed I got a fresh haircut yesterday. So, can you guess how much did I pay for the haircut? Please write in the comments below and I will let you know at the end of this video. So, now back to the topic of today's video. The 2 personality traits are ambition and work ethic. And with these 2 personality traits, you can pretty much estimate the outcome of your career, how well your career goes. And not just for a career if you're an employed person, but also if you are a business owner and running your own business. So for this, let me switch over to the whiteboard where you can see the overview of how work ethic and ambition play into the outcome of your career, how successful your career is going to be. So on the left side, you have work ethic. On the left bottom side is a low work ethic. And if you go up, it will be a high work ethic. So on the horizontal axis, you have ambition. On the left, low ambition. And on the right, high ambition. So depending how ambitious you are and how high of a work ethic you have, you can figure out in which of the 4 quadrants you will be falling into. Are you able to determine in which quadrant are you falling into? Are you green, red, blue or yellow? Maybe take some time to think about it. So now I would start off with the green quadrant first. Someone with high ambition and with a high work ethic. These people usually can be categorized or named as outperformers. So are you an outperformer? Or how to identify an outperformer is usually you see people progressing in their career very fast. So they are getting up the corporate ladder very fast. Or if they're a business owner, they're successfully expanding the business and they're very successful what they're doing. And how they're getting there is they have the drive and the motivation to become very successful. So they have the ambition to do more, to do better in their career. And not only that, they also put the work behind it. They're not just saying or thinking what they want to achieve, but they also do the work that it takes to get there. And this could be twofold. Once you put in the hours in your job to get the jobs done, but also on the learning side, you're very willing to keeping up with the trends related to your job or to your business. So this is the outperformer quadrant. Then on the opposite spectrums, you have the yellow people, which I would call survivalists. So who is a survivalist? So if you're an outperformer, you likely have difficulties to understand survivalist. So maybe someone you know in your family or some relatives or some friends from your childhood who just get along well at life with little to nothing and always seem to be happy. They don't have much in life, but they still seem to be happy. These are probably then survivalists. And in addition, they probably don't put a lot of effort into their job or their career. They're just doing whatever it takes to get them over a threshold, and once they're above their threshold, they're happy with their life. So is the yellow quadrant a good spot to be in? Yeah, I believe so. If your life values are matching to your current living status, then I think the yellow quadrant could be a pretty happy place. Because as a survivalist, maybe your motivation are not materialistic things in the world, but you have other things in the world that are more important to you. And you all value them and also put therefore the focus of your life, in your life, towards those other values. Then the third quadrant I want to highlight is the blue one. And I call them the hidden champions. These are people who are not very ambitious, but they have high work ethic. They are willing to put in the work to whatever it takes to do a good job. And why am I calling them hidden champions? Because these people provide a lot of value to the companies that they're working with. Or also if they're running their own business, they also provide a lot of value to their customers because they are willing to do the work and they are willing to do the job whatever it takes. And if you're a manager in a company and managing a team of people, these are the people you want to have in your team, as many as possible, that you really can be relying on. For instance, you can say, okay, I can rely on Jessica. I'm sure she's going to get the work done. Or if I give a task to Jim, I know that he will make sure that the task will be completed within the time frame until the deadline. So these are very valuable people. Is the blue quadrant a good spot to be in? In general, I would say yes and no. Yes, in terms of you are a very valuable asset in your company. And usually, at least your direct manager will recognize this. And people that you're working with will recognize this. If you work with a hidden champion, you know over time that you can rely on them. So, as a result, you also have a higher job security. Of course, with a lot of changes in the economy, with a lot of industrial changes, no job is truly secure. However, you will, as a hidden champion, you will have higher job security, because if there would be a round of layoff, the hidden champions are this kind of people that a manager would want to keep them in their organization. However, a downside could be that people who are doing a less of a good job than a hidden champion might be surpassing the person within the organization faster, will move up the ranks faster, simply because their ambition is driving them to move up faster, and people know that they want to grow and take up more opportunities. And also from the perspective of the company, there might be some lost potential here, that these people are not groomed well enough within the company. Usually it will happen like this, that those people over time will still do pretty well in their job and still can move up the rank. However, sometimes maybe they just hit a ceiling, maybe because a manager is not changing or the corporate structure is very stable, so they will just remain in their position for a very long time. Which is probably okay for these people because they don't have high ambition and therefore likely feel happy in the spot that they are. Then lastly, let me switch to the red quadrant. And this was the one that Patrick Bet-David called out in his YouTube short. The one YouTube short that this video was inspired on. I call those people resenters. These people have high ambition, but they're not willing to put in the work ethic. They want to achieve a lot. They want to do better in life. They want to be more successful. They also feel like they deserve more because they have high goals. However, they are not willing to put in the work. So therefore, over time, they are underperforming in contrast to their own belief system where they should be. Maybe usually this group of people will do very well if they're joining a new job or new position. At the beginning, it seems like their ambition is driving them, But after a shorter period of time, people will realize that they might talk a lot, but they don't achieve a lot because they don't put in the work that it takes to get the job done. And as a result, Patrick Bet-David is highlighting that these people often become very envious. They are envy about people who are doing better than them in life. They're getting envy about people that are doing better in their careers, or if they're business owners, they're envy about the competitors and envy about them, why their competitors are doing better in the market than they are doing. So often as a result, or very commonly as a result, they will start to resent the system that they're in. They either resent their boss because they feel like they don't get the opportunity they deserve, or they resent the company as a whole that they're working with, or they resent the customers, or they resent in general the whole system that they're living in. Maybe the government, and feel like the social system is not right, that you deserve more, and you feel like that life is just not fair. So if you are in this kind of environment, if you have this kind of feelings, I would challenge you, really think about, are you really putting in the work that it takes to be successful? Are you not just wanting to have more, but also do whatever it takes to have more? To do whatever it takes to be successful in your career, in your business. Also, if you feel like life is not fair for people, re-evaluate the situation. Where is life not fair? Where maybe the government is not fair? Where the economical system is not fair? Is it not fair to other people, or is it not fair to you? If your viewpoint is it's not fair to other people, then it's most likely because the system really has some broken parts that need to be fixed. However, if you mostly feel like this life is not fair to your own situation, then it's very likely that you are someone in this red corner. And you are probably someone who has ambitions, but you're just not willing to do the work. So, this was quite a controversial topic. Though I just want to challenge you. Were you able to identify the quadrant that you're in? And are you happy with the situation that you're in? And if not, probably this video will give you some ideas how you can work towards a better outcome in your life. If you are happy in the place that you are in currently, I'm not telling you that you need to change anything. Probably you shouldn't be changing anything. However, if you're unhappy with something in your life, think about your ambition. Try to evaluate your ambition. Try to evaluate your work ethic. And maybe you can do some adjustments to become really successful and get what you deserve in life. So now to the cliffhanger from the beginning of the video. How much was my haircut from yesterday? Basically, it was free. I cut the hair by myself. I used a hair clipper to trim my hair. And the time used for it was certainly not more than going to the hairdresser. However, the results, I leave it up to you to judge. Maybe you're not willing to get a result like this. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and especially I look forward to seeing you winning financially.